Good morning, students. I hope all of you are able to view the digital screen, what I'm sharing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope several of you got my evaluation, for both the papers, right? For a couple of students, it is still I need to send, but most of you got it, and I provided your feedback. So today, what we are going to start, we are going to start our new topic called indefinite integration. And after that, we'll discuss about definite integration if time permits. So, what is the motivation behind integration? So let's first understand that. Okay. So that why we should be, learning indefinite integration. So let's take, so let me write it down first. It's called indefinite integration. So I have a humble request. You can mute yourself, and then once you need to speak, you unmute and speak, so that we can better utilize we make sure that there is not much noise. Okay. Otherwise, it is perfectly fine. So suppose we have a you know differentiable function. Okay. What is a differentiable function? Suppose we have a differentiable function gx. Okay. So what is that? That we have a differentiable function gx. Okay. And we directly do not know what is that gx, but we know that if that function, if we differentiate, we get fx. That we are aware of. What I'm saying, that we have a function, differentiable function gx, but we do not know, but there is a function. Our task is to find gx, but the as if this gx is not aware by us. That's why I just slightly strike it off. But we know if we differentiate that function, we get a function fx. Fx is aware of, fx we are aware of. So in other way, what I can say, is that ddx of something is equal to fx. Okay, what is that something? That we are going to find it out. What is that something? What is there in the blue box? That process of finding that one is called indefinite integration. Why the word indefinite? I will explain in another few minutes. Let's take an example, because things become simpler when you take an example. Suppose there is some function is there. We do not know what is this function, but we know it is x square, for example. Correct?
Okay.
Something is there inside within that bracket, first bracket in red, what I wrote. Something is there, or I can write it is in the blue box. Okay. Something is there, then we get x square. What is that? That we need to find it out.
Okay.
Today you cannot answer, because we are learning, but I have little more knowledge than you at this moment. So what I can say is that, okay, let's do one thing. Let's do ddx of x cube by 3. Let's do ddx of x cube by 3 is what? We know that 1 by 3 we can take out of the differentiation. ddx of x cube. What is the ddx of x cube? 1 by 3 into 3 into x to the power 3 minus 1.
Yeah.
that is equal to x square.
Right. Yes.
Now you can say, oh, sir, in that blue box, what you can write is that x cubed by 3. Correct?
Mm.
Correct or not?
Yes,
So
yes.
that process of finding the function in that blue box is known as the process of integration. Correct? So what is that? The process of finding that function gx, process of finding what is there in that blue box, as you see, is called the integration. But more specifically, we say this is an indefinite integration. Why indefinite? There is a purpose behind it. Let's do one thing. I say, it is not ddx of x cubed by 3 is only x square.
Yeah.
Let's take ddx of, you know, x cubed by 3 plus any constant c. C is a real constant. Let's find the differentiation of this. What you will get?
ddx of x cubed by 3.
Yes, so first we find ddx of x cubed by 3 plus ddx of c,
Yeah.
which is 0 because we have learned that
Yes.
differentiation of a constant is 0.
0.
And
Yeah.
ddx of x cubed by c, we just found out what is that x square?
X square. Yeah.
X square plus 0. So what we get x square?
Mm.
So what we see? It is not only that ddx of x cubed by 3 is x square, we see that ddx of x cubed by 3 plus c is also x square, where c is
Yes.
a constant.
Yes.
Correct or not?
Yes.
So
Yes.
c is a constant. Constant means what? One student can take the value of c is equal to 5. Other student can take the value of c is equal to minus 7.3. Someone else can find the value of, assume the value of x as 9. Someone can take the value of c as square root of 3. You can choose the way you want.
Yeah.
That means what? The x square what we are getting, it is not always the differentiation of a constant function, fixed function.
Mm.
It is a variable function. In
Yes.
general, we can say x cubed by 3 plus c.
Mm.
Correct or not? Now,
Yes.
as c is varying, so you really cannot say definitely, no?
Yeah.
Got my point, dear students? That is why the term indefinite is there. Got it? So what I'm
Yes.
saying is that from here, what we can say is that if ddx of gx equal to fx, so or in this way I can say if ddx of gx plus c, I can write in this way, if ddx of gx equal to fx, then ddx of gx plus c is also fx.
Yes.
Correct, na?
Yes. Yes.
If ddx of gx equal to fx, then ddx of gx plus c is also fx,
Yeah.
where c is an arbitrary constant. Arbitrary constant. Why arbitrary, dear students? Because arbitrary means you can take whatever you want, but it has to be a real number. Correct? So what we see, there is not a fixed value of the differentiation, right?
Yes. Yes.
So from here, what we can say, the moment we see that ddx of gx plus c is equal to fx, so as we said, the process of finding what is there in the blue box, that means we can say integration of fx dx is equal to gx plus c. Okay? If ddx of gx plus c is equal to fx, that means integration of fx dx is equal to gx plus c. Clear, na?
Yes.
Absolutely clear?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now we will see that how we can find it out. Okay, let's take a couple of examples. Then it will be clear. Okay, and there will be some formulas behind it also. So let's see. The first thing. Okay, you know there is one formula I can say you is that you know integration of x to the power n dx, that is equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c, where c is an integrating constant. Here we say that, as I said, it is an arbitrary constant. We can also say, when we are doing integration, we can say where c is an integrating constant or constant of integration, where
Okay.
c is integrating constant, integrating constant, or constant of integration. Correct?
Yeah.
Clear or not clear?
Yes.
Now, as we did, let's find that what is the integration of x square, right? So let's find what is the integration of x square. So integration of x square dx, according to this formula, should be x to the power 3, or let me write elaborately, x to the power 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1 plus c, correct or not?
Yes.
That is equal to x to the power 3 by 3
Mm.
plus c.
Yeah.
And if you see, this is the example we took it now here,
Yes. Yes.
correct? Here
Yes.
in this case,
Yes.
correct or not?
Yes. Yes.
ddx of x cubed by 3 plus c is equal to x square. So
Yeah.
integration of x square dx is equal to x cubed by 3 plus c.
Okay.
Any doubt so far, dear students? Okay.
Yeah.
So this process, that is why it is also called, this integration is also a inverse process of differentiation. Because
Yes.
the way you differentiate, if you do the inverse process of that, you are going to get the integration. Correct or
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And we discussed why it is called an indefinite integration, because of this integrating constant
Yeah.
that c you can vary. Now if you take a specific value of c, if you take a specific value of c, suppose you say, take the, no sir, I want to take the value of c is equal to 5, then that particular integral is called a particular integral. Otherwise, it is called an indefinite integral. Okay. So, is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, what I wanted to say is that, so whatever I wanted to say, that if you take a specific value of c, okay, then we can take this is a particular integral of x square. If you say that, okay, my integration x square dx is equal to x cubed by 3 plus 7, that is known as a particular integral of x square.
Okay.
Okay. And if you see that, okay, no, my integration x squared dx is equal to x cubed by 3 plus c, where c is an integrating constant, that is known as, that x cubed by 3 plus c is known as the indefinite integral of x square.
Okay.
Clear or not clear?
Yeah.
Absolutely clear. Okay.
Yes.
So now I am going to show you some theory, whatever we just discussed, so that it will be very clear. Some terminologies we will be discussing. Okay. And let's see how it goes. And I hope you will like it. Okay. Just give me a second to, keep this thing in front of you.
Yeah.
I hope all of you are able to view the screen very clearly, dear students.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the point is that let gx be a differentiable function in x such that ddx of gx equal to fx. as I said, correct?
Mm. Yes.
Okay, we will say that one integral or primitive of fx is gx and is denoted by ddx of gx equal to fx, or we can say, you know, integration of fx is equal to gx, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Please note that the following terms with respect to the equation integration of fx dx is equal to gx. The function which is integrated is called the integrand. That means, in context to our discussion, fx is the integrand. Correct?
Which is okay, yeah.
That means if we say that integration of x square dx, here x square is integrand.
Okay.
This
Fine.
is called the integrand.
Okay.
You see,
Okay.
remember when you take a divisor, dividend, okay, quotient, remainder, okay,
Yes.
in a particular division. So these are the different terms has different names, no? Similar to here.
Okay.
The function whose differential coefficient is the integrand is called the integral of the integrand. That means what? Here fx gx is called the integral of the integrand. So that means what? This is equal to what? X cubed by 3. So this x cubed by 3 is called the integral of the integrand, value of the integrand. Correct, no?
Yes.
Okay. The process of computing, so we understood two things. First thing is that integrand, second thing is the integral. So what is integrand? Integrand is that whose integration is being performed. What is integral? The result of that integration is called the integral. Correct, no?
Okay.
So
Yes.
this is called integrand. Correct.
Yes.
This is called integral.
Mm. Yeah.
And the process of computing means by means of the steps from which that integrand is actually converted to an integral, that
Mm.
process is called the integration.
Okay.
Process of computing the integral of a function, the
Mm.
process of computing the integral of a function is called integration. Here, the process of computing fx is called integration. Correct or not? Got it? In
Yes.
other words, what we can say, x square is there, which is the integral. Correct? It goes to a process, and that process is called integration. Correct? And what we get, the output is called the x cubed by 3. Correct, na? Got my point or not? So this is integral as well as integrand, as I was telling. This is the process of integration. Correct? So what I can say, this is a process of integration. Anyone has any simplest doubt? Process of integration. Okay. So in fact, I can say the process of computing the integral, process of computing the integral, and this is called the integral, the result you obtained. Any smallest confusion, any smallest doubt, if you have, please do let me know. Now, we are going to discuss whatever we just discussed. I just want to give you in the form of a theory. It is called you please look into it. Let me share this thing with you. So, as you see in the screen, we see that if ddx of gx is equal to fx, then ddx of gx plus c is also fx, where c belongs to r, an arbitrary constant. And we conclude the following. What we conclude? Integration of fx is equal to gx plus c. The arbitrary constant c is also known as integrating constant or the constant of integration. Clear, dear students? From the above equation 1, that means this one, we see that integral will change as c changes. Means the integral of a function is not unique. So what we see is that integral of a function is not unique. So keeping this in mind, what we can say is that in an integration of fx dx, we'll have infinite number of values, means the value of integration of fx dx is not definite. Hence, we introduce the word indefinite and we call this kind of integration as indefinite integral of fx. Correct? So for a specific value of c, say c1, the integration fx will have a definite value of gx plus c1, and this value is known as a particular integral of fx. So what I can say something like this, that if we make an integration of sine x, what will be the integration of sine x? If you recall that something, whose differentiation, if I make, I will get sine x. So that will be minus cos x, no, dear students? If you differentiate minus cos x, you will get sine x. Recall? And with this, if I include a integrating constant c, so that is called an indefinite integral. So this is known as indefinite integral. It is indefinite integral. And if we say that integration of sine x dx, integration of sine x dx, that is equal to minus cos x plus a particular value, suppose I say 5, then that is actually called a particular integral. Particular integral. So before we proceed for the next topic, I just want to know from each one of you, is everything clear or anything is you have any doubt? Is absolutely clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you explain particular integral once more?
Yeah, sure. Particular integral is something that when you take a specific value of that arbitrary constant, that integrating constant. If you see, for example, integration of sine x dx is equal to what? Minus cos x plus c, where c is an arbitrary constant, which we say is an constant of integration or integrating constant. Now let's take a particular value of c, suppose 5. Then minus cos x plus 5 is known as a particular integral. Suppose you take, no sir, I will not take the value of c as 5, I will take the value of c is equal to minus 9. No problem. Then you take minus cos x minus 9. So that will be another particular integral of integration of sine x dx. Got it clear?
Yes, sir.
Particular integral, we can say, is that when we choose a specific value of the integrating constant. Okay, now let's proceed for the second one. What I'm going to discuss is that fundamental rule of integration, and then we'll discuss the some standard form of integration, and that you need to remember. So the fundamental that I am going to discuss in the next page. So fundamental rule of integration, there are two fundamental rules that, basic fundamental rules I want to say. And here it is. So, okay, the first fundamental rule is that, that when you have integration and it is actually multiplied by a constant, that constant you can take outside of the integration. So integration of k into fx dx, that should be equal to k into integration of fx dx. What does it mean? It means is that if you give a specific example for that one, we can say is that, okay, integration of 5 into cos x dx. So that we can write, oh, that is equal to 5 into integration cos x dx. Now, integration of cos x is nothing but minus sin x. Correct or not? Minus sin x plus c, because differentiation, I'm sorry, it is plus sin x, not minus sin x. I was wrong. It is plus sin x dx, because differentiation of sin x is cos x, hence integration of cos x is sin x. Correct or not? So what I can say in more clearly, I can write that is equal to 5 into sin x plus c, where c is an arbitrary constant, integrating constant, constant of integration, several names. Second one is that if multiple functions are added or subtracted like this, then we perform the integration as if like that we can do this, all these individual function integration and perform the plus or minus as it is there. If I give an example, it's something like this. Suppose I get a function like this, 2x square minus um, sin x plus cos x dx. So what we can write? We can write here is that integration of 2x square dx minus integration of sin x dx plus integration of cos x dx. So now, but if we apply the first learning, what we understood is that it is nothing but 2 into integration of x squared dx minus integration of sin x dx plus integration of cos x dx. Clear, no, dear students? Any doubt? Okay. So that is equal to, what is integration of x squared dx? Integration of x squared dx is equal to 2 into x cubed by 3. Correct? Now integration of sin x is what? Minus cos x. Why? Because differentiation of minus cos x is sin x. And integration of cos x is sin x. Why? Because differentiation of sin x is cos x plus c. And we can write where c is integrating constant. Integrating constant. Clear or not clear? So from here, yes, please.
Why, like, I didn't understand that minus cos x part. Like, why it is minus cos x.
Okay, you tell me what is the differentiation of minus cos x?
Differentiation of minus cos x
Correct.
is sin x.
So integration of sin x is minus cos x.
Sin x is okay. The opposite. Okay.
Obviously, inverse process of differentiation.
Okay, fine.
Correct or not? Let's go back to the previous page.
Sir, actually in this part my Wi-Fi dropped, so like the call got disconnected.
You can all get that, that recorded one. You can look into it. But when till that time you was there this part, no?
Yes,
Dx
sir.
of x cube by 3 is equal to x square, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Why? Because integration of x square is equal to x cube by 3.
Yes, yes.
Same thing.
Yes.
Okay, whatever, before your call got off, before that also we discussed these fundamentals, no?
Yes, yes.
So you can always ask that, okay, what will be the integration of sin x? Okay, sat told minus cos x, forget it. But let's find something that, what I can differentiate to get, sin x. If I differentiate cos x, then I'll get minus sin x. So let me differentiate minus cos x.
Then we'll get sin x.
Then I'll get sin x. So now I can integrate sin x to get minus cos x, no?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay. So that means what we get? 2 into x cubed by 3 plus cos x plus sin x plus c. Now you can ask, sir, how many times I can, always do the backtrack to find the, whose differentiation is that function so that I can compute the integration. It is the reverse process we are always doing, na?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, is it the only case? No. There is a list of formulas. So, in the next topic, what I'm going to discuss is the list of formulas we need to remember. Okay. And if you look into these formulas, you'll always find, it is, I find a kind of a similarity with the differentiation. It is exactly the opposite or inverse, the reverse, the way you want to say. Any word is actually, meaningful in this context. Correct, no?
Okay.
So the point is that, so in the next topic, we are going to discuss those formulas, and you need to remember those formulas the way you recall in our differentiation calculus. We need to remember those formulas, and without remember these formulas, it is very, very difficult. Okay, dear students, got it?
Yes.
So these are called the standard integrals. So what I'm going to do now? Yes, I'm going to show you that formulas for the standard integrals. Okay, the first one, if you look into it, just spend some time on that. Integration of x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Now, if you, in your mind, if you differentiate x power n by n plus 1 plus c, you will get, Sir is telling correct. I'll get ultimately x power n. Na? How? Let's do it here. So what I was saying is that let's do ddx of x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. All of you are able to get it, na? Dear
Yes.
Gurman, Sagnik, Devanshu, Srijita, Disha.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is equal to what?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then 1 by n plus 1 will be constant, na? So that will be taken outside of the differentiation, correct or not? Then ddx of x power n plus 1, that is nothing but n plus 1 into x power n plus 1 minus 1.
X. Yeah. Okay.
And ddx of c is 0.
0. Yes.
So n plus 1 and n plus 1 will get cancelled only when n is not equal to minus 1. Na?
Yes. Yes.
So what we get? It actually x power n, since n is not equal to minus 1. So that is why this condition is there. N should not be equal to minus 1.
Okay.
Let's take n equal to minus 1. Okay. Then just a discussion. X equal to minus 1. Then what will be ddx by x?
Yeah.
ddx by x, integration of ddx by x is ln x, that is log x.
Okay.
Now you differentiate log x, what do you get?
1 by x.
Exactly. So integration of 1 by x equal to ln x. Ln x means log x. You can assume this thing. Got it? No?
Yes.
If you recall, differentiation of e power x is actually e power x. So integration of e power x should also be e power x.
Yes.
If you recall, differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. That means differentiation of minus cos x is sin x. Hence, integration of sin x equal to minus cos x.
Okay.
We know that differentiation of sin x is cos x. So integration of cos x is sin x. And obviously, c is there always, as long as we are discussing about the, indefinite integration.
Okay.
Clear or not clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So like this, there are several other formulas, and all we need to remember. Without remembering, this is not going to work, because you will not be able to solve problems unless you remember each and every formula. Believe me, because that is as simple as that. If you think that no sir, it is very difficult to remember, there is no other way out. You need to remember. Similarly, if you see the formula set, what is going to come now? Integration of sec square x is equal to tan x, because differentiation of tan x is sec square x.
Yeah.
Integration of cosec square x is minus cot x. Why? Because differentiation of cot x is minus cosec square x. Remember, na?
Yes. Yes.
After this class, when I send you the class note, then you can just look back your class note in the differential calculus, look into the formulas, you will find exact similarity. What is the integration of tan x? That is equal to ln of sec x. Ln means, dear students, as you all are aware, it is log to the base e. So
Yes.
ln of sec x. Now ddx of ln of sec x we have not done, but that you
Yeah.
can, no? That you can do very easily. Let's do it. Let's do it in a different color. So suppose ddx of we want to do is that ln of sec x, ln of mod sec x, because we'll discuss when in log in details. Log always happen, domain of this function should always be positive, so it cannot, log of negative, it doesn't make sense. So now look into it, look into the formula. What is that? If you recall that, what is the log is this thing? It is 1 by sec x, correct or not?
Yeah.
Then ddx of sec x, what is that? It is sec x into tan x,
Sec x tan. Yeah.
correct or not? So now
Yes.
sec x and sec x got cancelled and you will end up with tan x.
Yes.
That is why integration of tan x is equal to ln of sec x plus c. Got it or not?
Yes. Yes.
In the similar manner, you need to, if you do all this differentiation of the right hand side, you'll always get that left hand side. Just for a verification, you can do integration of cot x equal to ln of sin x plus c. Integration of sec x is equal to, there are two, flavor of that. Integration of sec x dx, you can first say it is ln of sec x plus tan x plus c, or ln of tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2. Both are same if you do a trigonometric simplification. You can do it. Sec x plus tan x and tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2 are same. If you do trigonometric simplification, we already had a basic course on trigonometry. You can look into it and you'll find it out. Correct?
Yes.
Similarly, integration of cosec x has two flavor. One is that ln of cosec x minus cot x plus c, or ln of tan of x by 2 plus c. Now you may ask, sir, if there are two different flavors, then which flavor to use? Which one?
Yeah.
That depends on the context of the question. Exactly in which context you need to apply, that depends on the what is a specific question, and that will all come with practice. I'll assist you on that. Correct or not?
Yes.
Okay, now there is a new set of formulas coming, so that I'm going to discuss now. And these are the formulas, you dear students, you need to remember very, very well. There is no shortcut. That shortcut is there if you, the way you want to remember, but at the end of the day, you need to remember. That is your responsibility. Without remembering, we cannot solve the integration. Okay. So what are those? So that, these are the first setup, and then another set is I'm going to show you now. Yeah. Yes. It will come within few seconds. If I say integration of 1 by, mod x into square root of x square minus 1 is equal to sec inverse x plus c. Integration dx by x square plus a square is equal to 1 by a into tan inverse of x by a plus c. Integration of dx by x square minus a square is equal to 1 by 2a into ln of x minus a by x plus a plus c. Mod, obviously, because log of negative is not defined. Okay, yes, not possible, correct. Integration of dx by square root of x square plus a square is equal to ln of mod of x plus square root of x square plus a square plus c. Integration dx by x square minus a square is equal to ln of x plus square root of x square minus a square plus c. Integration of dx by square root of a square minus x square is equal to sin inverse x by a plus c. Then integration of integration of square root of x square plus a square dx is equal to x square by 2 into square root of x square plus a square by 2 into ln of mod x plus square root of x square plus a square plus c. Integration of square root of x square minus a square dx is equal to x by 2 into square root of x square minus a square minus a square by 2 into ln of mod x plus square root of x square minus a square plus c. And the last one, In this series, square root of a square minus x square dx is equal to x by 2 into square root of a square minus x square plus a square by 2 into sine inverse x by a plus c. Now, so these are the formulas. These are very, very important, as I said few minutes back. So your task today is to memorize these formulas. Then what we are going to discuss in the next class is that the method of integration. What is that? Suppose I give you an integration is something like that. Okay. So suppose I give you an integration that, okay, sine of x dx. What you will do, dear students? As we have just learned, maybe it will take some time to, it is actually minus cos x plus c. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
If you go through this one, that integration of
Yes.
sine x is equal to minus cos x plus c, na?
Yes.
See, correct or not?
Yes.
All of you are able to get it, Vivansu?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now I say something different. I say, what is integration of sine 2x dx? How to find that one? Then you will not find a differentiation for formula for integration sine 2x. We have not shown you this different formula. No? In fact, this formula doesn't exist also. Got my point? Recall our differentiation classes, differential calculus classes. If I say, what is the ddx of sine x? You can say, sir, it is so easy, it is cos x. Because there is a formula. But
Yes.
if I say, what is the differentiation of sine 2x? Then you know, sir, I know chain rule. That means it is a method, you know, right or not? It is not a formula, you know, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then what you know, sir, first I'll assume 2x of something, so ddx of sine of something, that is cos of something, into ddx of something, that is 2x.
Yes.
Correct or not? So that is what? That is not a formula, dear students, that is a method. Similarly, for integration, there are methods. And what are those methods? That we are going to learn in the next class. But before that, what I want from you is that by today, you should remember this, you know, all these are very, very well, okay? Because these formulas are very important. I will ask these formulas and you need to answer those, okay? Are you getting my point, dear students?
Yes.
So what I want to, you know, before concluding, what I can say is that you can just have a, you know, that enough motivation that exactly what we are going to discuss tomorrow is that here it is that, you know, in case to find integral of function whose formula is available under standard formula, obviously we must use that formula directly, correct now? As we just did that integration of sine x here. That is a, you know, proper, you know, illustration of this statement.
Yes.
Correct or not? That in case to find integral of function whose formula is available under standard formula, obviously we must use the formula directly, like integration of sine x dx, integration of x to the power 5. Similarly, someone is telling, hey, what is the integration of x to the power 5 dx? Although it is not a big deal. It is x to the power 6 by 6 plus 1 integrating constant, because it is coming under standard formula. Correct or not?
Yes.
But the question is, how to find integral of function whose formula is not available under standard formula, like this integration of sine 2x dx?
Yes.
Or someone is telling, sir, what will be the integration of, you know, sine x into log of x squared dx? Correct or not? How to find this one? Correct? So there is whose formula is not available under standard formula. Please note that there is no unique method to finding integral of such functions. Rather, there exist following classic methods which can be used based on the integrand. Very important. First method is called method of transformation. Second one is that method of substitution. Third one is the method of by parts. Fourth one is method of reduction. And the last one is the method of partial fraction. For example, what I'm saying is that suppose integration of fx dx is given. What is the fx? Fx is known as the integrand, no?
Yeah.
This is known as the integrand. So now based on what kind of function it is, it will help us to decide whether I want to choose the method of integration, transformation, or method of substitution, or method of by parts, or method of reduction, or method of partial fraction.
Yes.
In details, we'll start discussing from tomorrow, next class, about all these methods one by one. But before that, what is very important from each one of you to remember those formulas as we, inform today, correct? And
Yes.
overall discussion what what I have done today.
Okay.
So with this, I would like to conclude the class for today, unless you have any specific question.
Sir, how do you view the recording? Because I missed that part. Like
Okay.
one.
I'll share this thing after this class. Okay. I'll share an YouTube link. You can just look into the YouTube link and you will find the recorded class for today. And that will be available another 2 hours from now.
Okay, yes. Like
Class
on mail.
Yes. I'll send you over WhatsApp or email. And it will
Okay.
be available in the online platform also in the konarkclasses.com. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Let me quickly show you. In fact, you are not, just started using this online platform. I can just quickly show you how you can look into, the video material in that in the online platform. Just give me a minute. It will take a minute to show you.
Yes.
So I'm just going to share another screen with you, dear students. So please confirm that you are able to view this screen. You will be able to view this screen in few seconds from now. Able to view this one
Yes.
at konarkclasses.com, correct?
Yes.
So now suppose you click on login and then enter your login and password. After that, you come to write practice test. Then suppose, you give to trigonometry. So trigonometric function, for example. Then click on find online material. You see here, dear
Yes.
student, click there. Then you click here. You'll find the material also. You'll find the, video lectures also.
Okay.
Suppose click here. Then you'll start viewing the video lectures here.
Oh,
It will come here. You see here.
yes.
So
Okay.
this you can look into any time, and it is not the me is the only faculty. There are so many faculties, and we take it, we take their lectures in a very complimentary manner. Who is better and who? Okay, maybe for chemistry someone is better, so we take their lecture and put it here.
Okay.
That's my point. For example, suppose you want to know about atomic structure of atom. For example, go to write online material. You'll find, Bohr's atomic model, for example. For Bohr's atomic model, this, respected faculty made a fantastic lecture. Okay. So you can look into this. Got my point?
Yes.
So we actually search internet very, very extensively. Internet is a very great resource, but at the same time, it is an ocean. So the moment, you start finding a great lecture on, atomic model, you need to spend some half an hour to find which one to watch for, right? So here what we actually made an extensive research in that entire YouTube and other sites and find out the fantastic one and put it there. If you find something great after looking into this, if you find somewhere you find a better one, please do contact me so that I can talk to that concerned person and make that video available in this platform. Got my point or not?
Yes.
Okay, great then. Thank you very much. Our next class is tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9:30. But
Yes.
before that, as I said, that you need to remember those formulas. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Thank you.
You will able to get the class notes in another 15 minutes from now, and the entire recording of this class in another 2 hours from now.
Okay, yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.